Well, hi everybody. Sorry for the delay of one day in posting this latest video, but I've been rather busy. First off, I had to make preparations for my trip, and one of the things I had to sort out was get my house sitter all organised, and so they're in there, and presumably are looking after my place. It hasn't burnt down or anything, one would hope. So that's good. The second thing was just making preparations for the trip, and my anxiety levels went through the roof as I got closer and closer to the day of departure. And I totally freaked out the night before. I got a really lousy night's sleep, and just I should have taken sedatives that night, just one or two, to get myself about 4 to 5 hours of sleep. I think I probably got a couple of hours sleep, and I was an absolute zombie the next day. And the flight was midday. It wasn't like it was an early flight, which I really hate. So it shouldn't have been an issue, but it was. So it's a bit of a shame. So I was running on fumes when I had to take the flight from Cairns to Brisbane, and then there was a huge delay between that and the next flight to Vietnam, which was at 10 to 12 midnight. So, and one thing I discovered was that the bars that are listed on Google are air bars. They're actually, once you go through security in either your domestic or the international terminal, you can't actually get a drink there until you're actually checked in. And in my case, I had to wait until almost 9 o'clock in the evening before I could line up for check-in, and it was a very long line for the Vietjet flight too. So, and I was absolutely buggered. There's a really nice girl ahead of me. She was a Vietnamese girl, and she apologised about not having much English, but she had enough broken English to get by. But she was just very nice, and it sort of reminded me of some of the good people I've met in Vietnam. So it was nice that way. But I was absolutely stuffed and wondering whether I was going to go the distance. I did get a drink on the Jetstar flight. I had a rum and ginger ale, so that was quite nice. I didn't know I was going to get a drinks allowance on the flight, so it was a real bonus. And I did also have a drink once I finally got through security for the international flight. So I've only had 2 drinks for the day, but I just needed something because I was just really feeling like crap, basically. I do not look forward to long haul flights at the best of times, and this was not the best of times. It was I was rough as, because I just was so sleep deprived. But anyway, I got here, and of course the other underlying problem with this particular trip is that I've got a bit of a chest infection that gives me a chronic cough, and I can't tell when it's going to be good or bad, but from time to time it's good, time to time it's bad. So I spent the first couple of days here basically sleeping to a large extent. So I mean, I know the area where I am and everything, but which took a bit of the unknown out of the equation. But it just I was seriously considering pulling the plug on the trip the night before. That's how much anxiety I had towards going. So that's not the first time that's happened, but it's the most extreme example of it. So yeah, as I get older, I think I'm just finding it harder to travel. But once I get on the plane, generally that anxiety level reduces considerably. But so look, that's basically where I am now. I'll just show you the rest of the footage. Please subscribe and give me a thumbs up and make comments. I don't get many comments on my videos, I've noticed. I was watching a Vietnamese guy from Melbourne. He had quite a few, and he's only got about 400 subscribers. But so I don't think I'm garnering that much interest. But anyway, if you do have something to say, please say it. And the other thing, big thing, looks like on Monday we're finally going to get that Starship 8 flight. So I'm really looking forward to that, and hopefully I've got some good news to convey. I won't even broach the subject of politics with US and other countries on this video. I'll give you a break from that and give myself a break too, because that's another form of anxiety at the moment. I really don't know what's happening in the world, and I don't like a few of the trends, so it's probably best just to stay clear of it, to be quite frank. Anyway, I hope you enjoy some footage of my anxiety as I go on the flights, and set the usual bumps that speed bumps I have to encounter when I arrive in Vietnam. There's always something that I don't expect from left field. So as usual, that happened again this time. So I hope you enjoy what I've got to show you. Well, I'm back in Cairns domestic terminal. Got through security pretty easily, except for one slight glitch. That scanner always picks something up on my body, and this time it was like a target board right in the centre, right in the middle of my abdomen. It all lit up on their display, and the guy just sort of basically put his hand across my abdomen to make sure that there was, I don't know, some metal or whatever there. I don't know what set it off though. It's just bizarre. Every time I go through that scanner, there's something that picks up and I get pulled aside. It was no big deal, it only took a minute. It wasn't like it was a great imposition. It's just that the equipment they use must be so sensitive. Just ridiculous. When I actually got put my baggage in, I know, or actually when I went on to the kiosk to actually get the passes printed, the baggage passes, I noticed it said that the flight had been delayed. Yet I look on the departure board and I can't see any indication of that, so might be just on a different system. Maybe it has been delayed. They wouldn't be saying it unless there was some issue. Not that it really worries me much, because I'm so far ahead time-wise. It could be a few hours late and it wouldn't make any difference to me. I'm still have oodles of time to make my flight, which is a 10 to midnight, and it's only around 11 o'clock right now. So yeah, I got stacks of time. Time's not an issue for me. There's no stress involved. It's just going to be finding a place to have a quiet drink, I think, at the airport, and there'll probably be Windmills, which is at the international terminal. It's had pretty good Google reviews, about 4.5. So yeah, I think I'll just have a nice cold beer there and settle in for a few hours, and I've got plenty to entertain myself as long as I've got some power cord nearby, power outlets. I'll have no problems. So it's just going to be a lot of time to kill, and then I've got the long haul flight, so it'd be very good to finally get into Saigon and be able to relax, but it's going to be a while. Yeah, I had a really lousy night's sleep last night. Previous night was fantastic, one of the best I've had for ages. Maybe we're just paying for it last night, but my mind was ticking over with the trip coming up. And even wondering whether it was smart to do it, considering I've got that cough, because I'm not 100%, but I'm not too bad. And I did forget to one item, which was the water. I didn't grab it before I got in the car and got the lift with Sid, so inevitably you forget something, and that was just the bottle of sparkling water I'd left on the bench. Oh well, not a biggie. Oh, the joys of baggage claim. The flight was a little late, which doesn't really matter because I'm way ahead of schedule anyway. I've got so much time. But yeah, there's a lot of luggage being put through here. Hopefully mine will show up soon. Got to work out what I want to do when I go to Skygate, because I've got so much time to burn. And then just check that out, and then maybe come back to Windmill and spend a few hours there before I can finally check in for my international flight. It could be a while, but no sign of it yet. Yeah. But again, no rush. No need to panic, which is nice. But yeah, it wasn't a bad flight. I actually had a alcoholic beverage as part of the deal. I thought I wasn't going to get that, so that was a bonus. I had spiced rum, and that was good. Instead of having G&Ts, nice change. So that was good. And there was an empty seat next to me, so that was another bonus. So not too bad. Bit throaty at the moment, just took a Ventolin. Hopefully the old coughing fits won't be too bad. So we'll see how we go. It's just pretty crazy around here though. Oh, it's something actually the right colour. It's not my luggage, but it's at least the first red one that's come through. Yeah, this has been dragging on for a while. So I've got the time, but I'm a bit worried. Hope it's there somewhere. But yeah, this has taken a long time. I think the worst was actually in Dempster. That was where I had the worst wait, longest wait. But this is getting up there. So much my descriptive power. I describe mine as red. It's got red trim. It's black. God, I'm hopeless. Can't even describe my own luggage. Anyway, I've got it. That's the main thing. It was looking a bit dodgy for a while. So now I'm going to go and find out if I can get a bus to the Sky Gate. Yeah, it's fairly quiet here, but the air conditioning is appreciated, I'll tell you. It's quite warm outside. But there's not much to it. I'm surprised. I thought it might be bigger than this, but there's Woolworths. That's the main thing. So I might check out Woolies and see. Might be some stuff. We've got a medical centre. I don't know what that is down there, but it's not huge by any stretch. Obviously, without Woolies, there'd be no one here, I would think. So, this is the attended luggage storage. That's interesting. Apparently, it's about $12 to leave your luggage here. So you can come here and rather than having to use the machines at the airport, you can do it here. I don't know if that's the actual shop. I think they said it was opposite Woolies, so maybe it is. They've got a bakery, so that's not bad. And they've got a crap load of car parks. There's going to be a lot of car parking space. So, but it's not that big a place. I'm quite surprised. Like I say, I've got a stack of time. That's a fitness centre. So, but like I said, if you want to have, if you do want to leave luggage and you do want to leave it with a person, you can do it here. So that's pretty good. I might go and ask them about that, whether they do it in that tobacco shop, and if it's $12 for 24 hours, see what they say. But yeah, it's not bad because I think you can actually get normal bus routes here as well, but I might be wrong on that. I'm not sure. Yeah, the problem with this luggage storage is it's $12 a day, but it's only between the hours of 9 and 6. So that wouldn't work for me, for instance, if I wanted to go out and have a few drinks or whatever in the city at night. So it just depends what you want to do, I guess. Yeah, there's a discount chemist on the right-hand side there, and just a discount shop and some other stuff. It's not a big place, that's for sure. Oh, you've got a bar there too. Just notice it then. See what the prices are. Yeah, there's a coffee place I just passed, and there's also these places here. So quite a bit of food outlets, but it's not as big as I thought it'd be still. But there you go. Might just have a wander down there to have a squeeze. Whoever designed this bus stop designed it without any shade whatsoever. So it's, afternoon sun's a bit of a killer. So luckily there's a bus coming pretty soon, hopefully, if it's on time. That windmill bar that that got good reviews and everything, apparently you can't get in there until you've actually gone through customs and what have you, through the passport check. So it's only available once you check in. So that's useless to me. Unbelievable. But maybe the bar, the domestic, is available now. I don't know, but God, I can't believe that. They're missing so much business. Yeah, that's really pox. So I've got to work out how to get down to level 2 so I can get the bus to domestic and hopefully find a bar there I can actually go to. Well, it's finally less than an hour before they should do check-in on the Vietjet flight that I'm booked on. Thank God. It's been a long, long wait. I'd never do this again. I'll make sure that I get the connecting flight that's much closer to the check-in time when it arrives, because this is ridiculous. It's been like 6-7 hours I've had to kill, and it's just I'm dog tired because I got a terrible night's sleep on top of it, and so it's just going to be a super relief once I finally check in, get rid of the big bag, and can then get into the other section. The other thing I'll be able to do is actually go to the Windmill bar and restaurant. I'll finally have access to that area, so that would be nice, because I could really do with a drink, I think, at this stage. But yeah, this is the toughest I've encountered at the beginning of a trip. It's pretty hardcore. If I had a decent night's sleep, would have helped a fair bit, but still, I've got a lot of time to kill today, so yeah, I've got to do something about that. I can't have a repeat of this. It's just ridiculous. At least coming back won't be such an issue. That'll be easy. But the time involved, I mean, I like the fact that the flight gets in at about 5:30 in the morning in Saigon, because it just means you've got the whole day ahead of you, and it's generally not super busy at that time, so I can get things done and get the bus into the centre of town. And yeah, hopefully I've had a bit of sleep. I'll make sure I have my couple of sedatives as I usually do, and that should hopefully give me at least 4 or 5 hours sleep on the plane, which will make a huge difference, because I'm running on vapours at the moment. So yeah, it's going to be a big relief once I can finally check in. But I'm looking at the board here and there's no sign yet. I'm using an online version as well, a flight tracker. It does give the status of whether it's open, whether they're allowing people to check in, but it doesn't actually tell you which particular number it is. But I think it's number 6, and I'm pretty sure they've got jet signs up there, so I'll go over there and maybe double check that at some stage. There's not as many people waiting around here because there's less flights, so it's thinned out a bit, so that's good. And it's just a matter of surviving the next few hours, and once I get on board, then I can just take the sedatives and hopefully go to La La Land, which would be wonderful. Well, thank God I got away from the PA monster for a moment. I mean, it's just incessant. PA announcements are ridiculous. One thing I did learn when I was checking in at Vietjet, it took half an hour. It was quite slow. And one of the things I learnt was that a lot of people turn up without having the proper visas for Vietnam. And as a consequence, they have to get an emergency visa. And guess how much that costs? $650. Boy, you would not be happy. But it's their own fault for not planning ahead. But so I've saved myself well in excess of $600, or 620 or so, going on that figure, because I'll 610, because about $42 mine costs. It's just crazy. Right, back waiting for the old luggage to come through. There was a guy who actually was going to retire in Siem Reap, an Aussie guy from Brisbane, and he thought he was in the transfer line, but it was a line for passport control, which I sort of recognised. I thought I was in the right line, but he had me worried. And then he realised he was in the wrong line and had to go back, because you don't have to go through all that rigmarole to just transfer from one flight to another, because he's flying to Bangkok. So he was in the wrong place, and he was waiting in passport control by mistake. So he had to go and try to find out where the transfer was. But it's quite confusing signage that caused the hassle for him. I think that's me there, definitely me. Oh, so it didn't take long at all. That was pretty good. Now, the thing I've got to do now is get some change, because I stupidly only got my large notes in the wallet for some reason. So I'm going to have to look for some smaller dong notes. Yeah, I'm on the public bus heading into the city. Things couldn't have gone smoother. I just went to a currency exchange lady while walking out of the terminal, and she was more than happy to give me small change for 200,000 dongs. That was brilliant. Really happy. So that was great. As it's only a little after 6, so I'm going to get in there pretty early, and the coffee shop that I'll go to, Amazon, won't be open till 7, so I'll still have to hang around a little while before I can go inside there. And then the currency exchange opens at 8, which is a block from there, and then I'll get to Viatel. So hopefully everything goes well, but I was a little worried that I stupidly forgot to bring my small change, but not an issue. I mean, the girl couldn't have been more charming. She was just lovely, the way she just smiled and handed me the exact amount broken down notes for 200,000. Yeah, I'm back at Ben Thung. I'm actually wearing one of those masks, or my own mask, which probably doesn't do much good, but the air pollution here is pretty ordinary at the moment. So I'm just going to wander down to where I went last time. I got here early. Only difference this time is I'm going to go over to Ben Thung Market and just hang around outside of Amazon Coffee, because they open at 7 o'clock. It's about 6:30 right now. So everything's going smoothly at this stage. So not bad. I just got to get across the old Ben Thung and then have fun and games with the currency exchanger. I was thinking of getting a grand exchange today, so make it a big one. Anyway, we'll see how we go. Yeah, this is where I hung out the last time I took public bus, just on these steps here. And there's Ben Thung in the background. So, but this time I'll go down to the other side of Ben Thung where Amazon is. This is the entrance to what is supposedly a general hospital. It doesn't look like a general hospital to me, but what can I say? I'm using Western references there. Yeah, I'm trying to locate there was 2 cafes that open at 7 o'clock in the morning. Well, one of them's really upmarket, it's just near the money change, and I might have to go to it because I don't think there's anything else around here. Or I might just go to a cafe, walk past a local one, see what the price of cafe soda is there, and just go to some grungy old local place. What the hell? Why pay more? So yeah, I'm not doing too well here. As you can see, all that unfinished building in the background, it's pretty typical. That building has been unfinished for years. So I don't know what's happened to Amazon though. That's really weird, because that was a big place, and it still had reviews going, and it's just crazy. It doesn't matter. Like I said, I might go back past that local place and see if they've got a cafe soda. That'll do me. Well, that's my 30,000 dong cafe soda. They actually corrected me with the pronunciation. It's weird because when I order it from the girls on the motorbikes, they have no problem. But there's a bit of an attitude here, I think. Yeah, not not the most conducive. Maybe because they're always dealing with tourists. It doesn't help, I think. But definitely not. No smiles or. So yeah, it's like I say, it depends on your environment, doesn't it? I think this is probably not the best around here. But this is just a stop until I get to that, to the money exchange across the way. So we'll get that sorted and then get my Viatel SIM card. which is a big deal. Of course, the other advantage of going to one of the coffee houses is that they'll have decent toilets and things as well. Don't even know if this mob provides them. They probably don't, so there you go. Although there should be some around here, I guess. There'd have to be some within Bentong Market, but I think that probably opens around 80s as well, so it's pretty dead right at the moment. Not the best time of day for any action. One comment, I'll make a comment about Brisbane Airport International Terminal. I wasn't impressed with the toilet facilities there. This is a place where most of the people go, well, quite a percentage would have large luggage with them going to the loo, and yet that's one of the smallest cubicles I find. I had a hell of a time squeezing that bag into the cubicle, so just ridiculously poor design. They are going through a refurbishment program, so I suppose you can cut them some slack there. But yeah, I still think just that was pitiful. There's only two stalls. I mean, this is a huge area, so it's really undercatered right now. So that's poor effort by the whoever runs Brisbane Airport. Well, the hassle I had was with security. I went through fine, no problems with my scan of my own body, but the problem was with my small backpack, and it was the computer and the tablet, which is my understanding is they changed the rules and now you don't have to take them out of the bag. That's the last I heard. Now they've switched back again, or maybe they've got different equipment at Brisbane, but it's all very confusing and a pain in the ass when they have to rescan your stuff. It just drives me nuts. But I seem to cop it all the time. It's not my scan, it's my luggage scan that they're onto. It's just, it just seems right over the top. Anyway, I feel victimised at the moment by them. So there you go. But yeah, hopefully things will pick up when once I get down the D7, because this isn't so great here right now. Just killing time again, which I'm fed up doing because I did a stack of it yesterday for about 7 hours, which is not good. Anyway, that's the state of play right now, and at least the seconds tick by and I'm getting closer to getting the money exchanger and then a taxi to Viatel, which is going to be even more important. That was the weirdest thing at that cafe. It took forever for this little old lady to give me change of 200,000 dong. She ended up going to give me 165 and she finally worked it out as 170. So I don't think they were scamming me. I think they're just slack. Yeah, it just came across my first beggar here. It's that sort of area. This is the upmarket coffee place. Actually, it looks like it's open now. But, my understanding was it it does open at 7. Sorry, no, it is open now. We're just after 7. But the other place is pretty ordinary. Trouble with this place is it's very expensive. So it's supposed to be quite nice, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I suppose I would need to go to the loo. I suppose that's somewhere I could go. It's only worry about having that coffee. But yeah, just got to wait it out. There's no benches or anything. You can just sit around, of course, here, which is a bit unfortunate. So I don't want to be dragging around my my heavy luggage. I might just sort of wait on the corner there until the bloody currency exchange opens. Things are getting a little livelier, getting closer to 8 o'clock. 7:30. They've opened up that entrance to the side of Bentong. Not sure if there's any toilets there. I think it'd have to be because you've got a food hall in there. One thing I have noticed though is there's a total lack of taxis. One just coming up. This is the first Venison taxi I've actually seen since waiting around. So there was a miling. Oh, there's a couple now. Yeah, look, I guess they're waiting till closer to 8. But there was just none prior to that. I have never had so much trouble trying to find a cab. Well, there's one going down there, but none here. This is insane. I mean, this should be like Cab Central here, but nothing. I don't know what's going on. This is bizarre. A couple of opportunists have already tried to get a bloody fare out of me. Yeah, cyclo and grab driver. Just outside my digs in District 7. I'm in that first floor area. I don't know if I can. No. I'll have to look at the controls on this camera again, because I used to be able to do the panning. I must have changed the controls. The blue bit upstairs, anyway, is where I'm staying, and there's a reception area below, but there's no reception people. Just got to ring them up if you need something. I feel human again today, which is a huge improvement on yesterday, because I was the walking dead. I was so tired. I spent most of yesterday just sleeping. I only went out once so I could get 4 beers and some chips, comfort food in effect, early afternoon. It was bloody hot. It was, they say it felt like, it's a 32, but it felt like 37, so it was pretty warm. And it's a lot nicer right now. But we are moving into the hot part of the year, so when I leave it'll be even hotter. But Da Nang should be okay. That just gets into the high 20s, so it's pretty well ideal. But here it's a bit warmer. Oh, what this guy's doing, trying to run me down. So there you go. Yesterday went relatively smoothly. Could have gone worse, but the guy, the first first grab ride I got. Look at this thing here. This is really unusual. Something like a spaceship or something, or a hovercraft or something. It's just a way of protecting their car. I've never seen something like that. Almost got run over there. Great. Yeah. Anyway. The Uber, I keep calling them Uber driver, the grab driver. Oh, there's another one of them. Oh, they're breeding these things. So the grab driver had a bit of difficulty finding my place. Unfortunately, I didn't have exact change for him. I would have given him like about a 5,000 dong tip, but I had to give him 90, and he didn't even offer to give me change, and that's really piss poor. So I might, because I usually have a review screen there, I might make a note about that, because I'm not impressed. He was okay up to that point, but I knew where the place was better than he did. He didn't look properly at it. Mind you, that the sign is in a stupid position. It's 90 degrees to the actual road, so it's hard to read from the road. You'd have to, so that's really dumb. But there's also this, I've got a couple of things I'm not happy about with the place. It's quite elegant, it's quite nice. It's not very big, but it does the job. But the thing that really pisses me off the most is they've got a kitchen there, but not one utensil, nothing. No plates, no bowls, no knives, no nothing. It's just nothing to use. So what's the point of having a kitchen? You expect to bring all your gear with you when you're travelling. It's ridiculous. It's good to see the ladies on the street here, so I'll have no problem getting my coffee after my first far bar, going off to far Vietnam where I usually eat. And I'll see how we go there. I don't know how much hot chili sauce I should put on. It generally stuffs me up, but yeah, they're all out in force. The coffee ladies are everywhere. They better still be here when I'm walking back. That's the trouble, you never know. You know, can be very hit and miss. There's a tavern pub. So that's still there. Certain things haven't changed. Now, I went down to the mini mart yesterday and that was good. The Win Mart, sorry. It's actually not really a mini mart, it's a proper supermarket. Not as big as the one over in the main mall, but it's not bad. Yeah, that's quite cool. It's nice walking it. I have to walk a few blocks extra this time because I'm right up the arse end of this part of District 7. I think there's a lot of people going to school and stuff. Well, look, there's a fair bit of traffic, which should taper off, I'd say. Well, I'm only guessing. Yeah, so I got the SIM card was really easy. I thought in the past I had to put the new phone number into the SIM, unless maybe she's using my old phone number. Maybe somehow that's been retained, and that's why it worked instantly. I hadn't thought of that, but maybe that's the case. But she was very quick, and she got the job done. Only problem with that, of course, is this is a classic Vietnam thing. You've got this great shop front for Viettel, but you've got rubble in the front. It's a work in progress, and you've got to walk through a bloody construction field to get to the front door. So that was fun with my big luggage. But that's what you expect here. You get a lot of half-assed stuff like that happening. But anyway, I got it anyway. I've got to say, Ben Phung is not a particularly attractive place early morning, because I got there just a little after 6. Actually, transport worked too well yesterday. It was very efficient. I got the public bus from the airport virtually 5 minutes after I walked out of the terminal. I couldn't believe it. So that was too good. I wish I had more time to burn there, because it's nothing. You can't really do much about Ben Phung. This phantom Amazon cafe place doesn't exist. I couldn't find it, so I had to go to some dingy shop front place that was okay, but I had an issue with this lady giving me change. I think she was just elderly, not trying to rip me off, but geez, I've never had to wait so long to get change for my coffee. Anyway, that's life. Everything's different. Every day's going to be an experience. It always is over here. So as long as it doesn't kill you, just don't take the good with the bad and don't get too stressed. I'm over my stress period anyway. It's before the trip I get stressed. Now I'm actually more relaxed. Yeah, maybe it's the warmer weather that people are getting out earlier, but I've never seen it this busy at around 7 o'clock. Usually there's a table available. They have lost a table here in the foreground. Just here, they've definitely down one table. It's unfortunate they can't put more out. They've just paid. Okay, that should be it. Oh, well, I think I'll get a table soon. But yeah, they removed it. They definitely had one more table there. Oh well. Just had my first Chinese tea for some time. Quite nice, quite refreshing. So here comes the main course. Well, I remember when you could buy a cafe soda in District 7 for less than $1 Australian, but not anymore. It's just gone up to 20,000 dong, which would be, I don't know, $1.20, something like that maybe. I'm not sure. Depends on the seller. I'm just going past someone else, then they may be cheaper up here. You just never know. It does seem fairly large though, the one I've got. So, but cost of living, who knows? That could be the right price now. Could have gone up from 12, which I was paying last year, to 20. It's quite a hike. Oh well, it's after 2 o'clock and I'm just heading down to the supermarket. It's supposed to be 38 degrees, or feel like it's 32. Doesn't feel like 38 degrees to me. It's not that bad. Not as bad as yesterday. So that's good. I've got to get some toothpaste because the toothpaste dispensers that are supplied have got seals on them. I don't know how you're supposed to break the seal. I've never seen ones like that. They're pretty crappy toothpaste anyway, those cheap ones that they give you free of charge. So I'm got to get some fruit juice. There wasn't as much fruit juice available at Winmart as there was last time. So hopefully they've got a decent supply at the main supermarket. And I've got to get myself some jerky as well. See, I mean, look, this tiny bloody doglet. It's minuscule. The bloody bike almost went over. What's this guy doing? Bloody hell. God. Got to weave in and out of bloody bikes and cars and all sorts of crap. Anyway, so it's not as bad as I thought it would be. It's actually, weather's not too bad. It just feels warm. It doesn't feel particularly oppressive. But it did yesterday, but I was dog tired too, so that may have been me as much as anything else. So I'll go this way for a change. Got to go right to the end of the grid and do a left turn and get down to the road that runs along the creek. Ditch, probably better description of it. It's not much of a waterway. Yeah, the cleaning lady came in again today, just gave me new towels, which I didn't really need. She didn't do a clean of the place, but that again, it doesn't worry me. Sometimes I can be around. The most important thing is she gave me water, a couple of bottles of water. It'll save me buying from the supermarket. I'm contemplating whether to go to number 5 bar today, but I'm still very iffy with the breathing, so I don't know if I'm really up to it. So that's another thing too. Don't know if the air quality is overly brilliant at the moment. It's about over 100 in Central District 1. Be a little better here, but it's not great. So yeah, it's another thing you've got to keep in mind. The way my breathing is at the moment, I don't want to be exposed to this too long. Seems to be a westerly breeze happening here. Maybe that's helping to clear things out a little bit, hopefully. Because when you look at the map of the pollution, it's all sort of around central Saigon. And around that area is quite green in the countryside. So it's just, which means it couldn't have anything to do with the burn-offs that have caused all the hassles in Chiang Mai and Bangkok. So it must be just locally produced. But yeah, I just have to be careful when I do go for these walks. Don't go when it's particularly polluted. But today it's moderate. It's getting on, it's almost up to poor, but not quite. So I'll take my chances with that. It's not a particularly long walk, but this guy was bad. There's this American guy, he's just looking real clickbait video. He's just putting shit on Chiang Mai, and he's talking about what a wonderful city Bangkok is, and saying Chiang Mai is awfully polluted. Well, Bangkok had over 300 on the air quality index, which is rated as hazardous, the highest rating there is. So he's full of crap. He just wanted to get clicks. He made some valid points. That's the annoying thing. It wasn't just total crap, but a lot of crap. And typical loudmouth American guys who are trying to, well, he's just desperately trying to get clicks. Let's be honest. That's what it's all about. Getting recognition, making people notice you. That's what it's all about. Not about accuracy of data, that's for sure. A couple of people corrected him, but other people bloody told him he was doing a great job. So, it's disheartening when that happens. God, the cars here are pains in the asses. Should get on the other side of the road, actually. That's where this dickhead's going to park. Alright. Yeah, it should be alright now.
Good, yeah.